My name is Yosuke. I am 97 years old, and this is Suzuku, the last friend I have left in this world. Tonight, you are not just listening to music, you are listening to memories, echoes of a time long gone. I was only 17 when the world changed forever. September 1st, 1939, we were in Hiroshima. Both aspiring musicians, just teenagers really. I played the cello, she played the piano. We were rehearsing in a small music hall, preparing for a duet we had composed together. It was a gentle piece, full of hope, untouched by the darkness gathering outside. I had finally worked up the courage to tell her how I felt, but before I could, the world erupted in chaos. There was no warning, just the sound of sirens and the sky turning to fire. I remember the ground shaking, the windows shattering, and then nothing but dust and silence. When I awoke, I was alone. My hands were cut and bruised, my cello crushed beneath the rubble. I never saw Suzuku again. For decades, I believed she was lost, like so many others. I never married. I never played again. Every note was a reminder of what was stolen, of words left unspoken. 5 years ago, I received a letter from a survivors group in Poland. Someone named Suzuku Kuwalas had asked if I was still alive. I went for days before I could bring myself to reply. When we finally met, there were no words, just tears and the weight of all we had endured. She had survived, though her family was gone, and she bore scars, both seen and unseen. She had thought I was lost as well. We sat together in a quiet park, two old souls shaped by history. I asked, "Do you remember our song?" She nodded, her eyes shining, and whispered, "I've played it in my heart every day." So we played. Our hands were slower, our bodies frail, but the music returned, carrying with it all the love and sorrow of our youth. We are not here tonight to impress or amaze. Our time is short. What you will hear now is the piece we wrote as children. A melody for those who never came home. A lullaby for the dreams that war destroyed.
Good luck. Wow. Wow.